Getting your first job is one of the most confusing and hectic things you can experience. A lot of people get their first job during high school, and without any real work experience, it's pretty common for teens to start working in places like fast food restaurants, grocery stores, and retail. For my first job, I worked at a restaurant, specifically a sushi restaurant. And let me tell you, there were so many food options. I swear that the menu was as thick as a college textbook, and I couldn't carry more than 4 at a time, otherwise my arms would lose circulation. I feel like whenever I eat at a restaurant with one of these kinds of menus, I never know what to get because I'm so overwhelmed with all the choices. And most of the time, the food is a fusion of 3 to 4 different types of cuisines. In the place I worked at, you could walk in on a Monday night and order a miso soup, a deep fried sushi roll, a ribeye steak, a slice of chocolate cake, and a glass of Diet Coke. The food did taste good, but I rarely ordered anything even with the employee discount because I didn't really like sushi. My main responsibility was to pack the online orders. All I had to do was read the receipt and put the correct items in the bag. The hardest part was learning to memorize the 1,000 names that went with each item. And on my first day, I had no idea what I was doing. So when I went home, I actually studied the different sushi flavors and pictures like it was the biggest test of my life. I remember the exact moment when everything just clicked in my brain and I knew every single item on the menu. It was like I found the meaning of the universe itself. It made my job pretty simple, but only at the beginning of my shift. Everyone knows that when peak hours come around, or in my case the dinner rush, everything is... The restaurant was always packed with people, and I would get like 10 receipts at a time and have 5 unfinished orders on the counter. I don't feel too stressed out until I look out the door opening and see a crowd of people waiting for their order. It reminds me of those restaurant mobile games where you have to make orders in time or else the customers get really... So I quickly pack the orders as fast as I can. Some of the orders that came in were just 1 or 2 items, which is really nice because I can pack it quickly and get it to the person right away. But for orders that were over 20 items, people would show up when not even half the items were made yet. So whenever I walked up and gave finished orders to people who waited less than a minute, I could feel them staring through my soul. I felt so bad when I had to keep going back. Quick story, I was holding on to one guy's order when he was paying at the register, and when I handed the bag over, he slipped something into my hand. When I looked down, it was a $20 bill. And as someone getting paid minimum wage, I felt like I won the lottery. But before I could thank him, he was already gone, and I couldn't keep the $20 either. With all the orders going back and forth and multitasking, I sometimes made the fatal mistake of forgetting to pack one of the items. The minutes of waiting and anticipating the phone call from the customer felt like an eternity, and every time I heard the phone ring, I felt like I lost 10 years off my life. I would also have to do other tasks, like working in the main part of the restaurant and interacting with customers. I usually had to refill people's water glasses, and I never realized how scary it was before doing it. My hands felt so shaky while holding the water pitcher, and I kept visualizing all the times I poured coffee in a cup and the liquid not even reaching inside of it. Except this time, it would be on the customer. But thankfully, I've never spilled anything when I was on water duty. I guess I'm just skilled like that. Would you like some water? Sure. Anything else I can get you? I also help some of the waiters and waitresses bring food to the tables. It's kind of funny to watch people go dead silent when the food arrives. I do that all the time when I eat at restaurants. Even if I'm saying the most entertaining or funny thing ever, I always go like, "Did you hear what happened yesterday?" Or like, "Oh my gosh, it was crazy." Bruh. On special occasions, I would have to blow up some balloons with an air pump. One of my irrational fears is balloons popping, and this only got worse when a girl next to me overflowed a balloon and exploded right next to my ear. I couldn't hear anything, and I was so scared that I lost my hearing forever. I'm so glad I came back after a few minutes, but I never went near it ever again. Well, that's everything on my first job ever. If you're new to working, I have one very useful piece of advice for you. Make sure to put in your best effort and give it your all. Comment below any of your crazy first job experiences, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.